Testing, testing, testing. Pa 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 pa. Pa 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 pa. Sorry. Okay, I don't know if you can... I think you can hear me. I'm not sure. Is anything distorted? I was testing the audio for the microphone. Should be fine. Okay, I mean, I'm just testing the audio at the moment. Finalizing the preparations, just opening windows and so on. Yes, day 6 speedrun any percent before doing anything. Yes. I'm almost ready. It's just... Ah, yes. Thanks. Now should be updated. Yes, I'm multi-streaming again. I didn't bother to change it. I think it's fine. So, multi-streaming. Okay, next stuff I need to care about. I need to properly... Okay, VS Code should be set to VS Code. Here, and Firefox should be set to Firefox. Yeah. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready. That looks okay. Okay, where did we left in here? Let's see. We're doing day 5, we finished. Yes, totally. Fully agree. Okay, so this was done. Day 5 is done. Day 6 is empty at the moment. Let's make this a bit bigger so the stream can catch it better. I can make this window a bit shorter. Okay, so let's go. So day 6. The tuning trouble. Preparations are finally complete. You and the elves leave camp on foot and begin to make your way forward the Starfleet Grove. As you move through the dense undergrowth, one of the elves gives you a handheld device. He says it has many fancy features, but most important one to set up right now is the communication system. However, because he's heard you have significant experience dealing with signal-based systems, he convinced the other elves that it will be okay to give you their malfunctioning device, certainly you'll have no problem fixing it. Of course. As inspired by comedic timing, the device emits a few colorful sparks. To be able to communicate with the elves, the device needs to log on their signal. The signal is a series of seemingly random characters that the device receives one at a time. To fix the communication system, you need to add a subroutine to the device that detects a start of packet marker in the data stream. In the protocol used by the elves, the start of a packet is indicated by a sequence of 4 characters that are all different. Okay. The device will send your subroutine a data stream buffer, your puzzle input. Your subroutine needs to identify the first position where the 4 most recently received characters were all different. Specifically, it needs to report the number of characters from the beginning of the buffer to the end of the first of such 4 character markers. For example, suppose you have the following data stream. Yes, this double thing. After the first 3 characters have been received, there haven't been enough characters yet to find the marker. The first time a marker will occur is after the 4th character is received, making the most recent 4 characters MJKJ. Because J is repeated, this isn't a marker. The first time a marker appears is after the 7th character arrives. Once it does, the last 4 characters received are JPKM, which are all different. In this case, the subroutine should report the value 7 because the first start packet marker is complete after 7 characters have been processed. Here are more examples. Okay. So we have 2 possible inputs. Let's pick this. Let's pick this one as the sample input. Sample input is this one. The puzzle input is this one. The input is this one. So there are 2 ways to go over this. One is sliding window, and the other one is counting and discounting values. Because I don't care about this problem, so we could do the sliding windows are just simpler. It's slower, but I mean, not that I care about. So cargo run day 6 part 1, and we have the file contents. Let's that is normal. Semicolons will haunt me until the end of my days. Let me just add the semicolons in all the programs, or I will be hating myself every single program I do. Okay. And here it is. This is the full input. And then for sample input is -S. Okay. In case you haven't been following around, I have been using CLAP to manage the fact that we have 2 types of input and we have 2 parts per problem. So what this does is it has some arguments that you can call with --help, where part or -p can be 1 or 2. The default is the second one. -s or sample to load the sample input instead. -d to enable debug. Enabling debug means that I can do, for example, we'll convert this to regular args debug. I can put this within that, and then this no longer prints the debug. Then I do -d, and it prints the debug. This is the idea. So I can select sample input or not. I can select part 1 or part 2, or enable or disable the debug. This is what it does. It's convenient. I don't think it's worth coding my own library for this, because it's not part of the problem, but it's convenient. So with that out of the way, so let's create a sliding window for W in contents. We'll need to convert that into a vector to create a sliding window, by the way. So let's do, before doing that, so text. Oops, my Visual Studio Code just crashed. Doesn't like me. Let me check if it is still streaming the same window. No, I lost now OBS. Back. Now it's back. txt equals contents dot trim, because we want to remove the new line. The guy you recommended got a similarly useful library for parsing the day7 commands into what appeared to be enums. It's possible. I haven't followed Amos. I don't want to read his solutions because he's very good and he might spoil me. Surely there are libraries to parse a lot of stuff. I think I want to parse it myself. Okay, so we trim it and we basically want the characters, and we want to collect this into a vector of characters. And now with this vector of characters, it has been trimmed properly. Txt. By the way, trim is going to remove white spaces and like line fits from the beginning and the end of the string. This is to clean up the fact that I might put an extra new line. For example, this one has an extra new line. I don't want to be so careful that I don't have a new line. So I implement this in the code so it can process regardless of that. Windows size for W size const W size U size is 4. Okay. So we got W, and now let's print W, and we need also the position. Plus W size minus 1. This is position for last char. NM. So now we debug that. And we can see that we begin with the first 4 characters. N is 0, M is 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. That is correct. That's position for the last one. That is correct. Now we do let hash set is hash set new, this is going to be a hash set of characters, because all that we care about is the amount of different ones, and Hashset is going to do this for us. Hashset of chars. I don't need to do a new, I can just get W. I can iterate this, and I can collect this into a Hashset char. No, you don't want that, you don't like it. Tell me why you don't like it. Hashset char cannot be because you have a borrow here. Yes, I don't want the borrow, so just copy it. Now you like it. Now we get let L equals to Hashset Hashset.len, and we can now debug L as well in here. That's perfectly fine. Repeat, and we can see that L is 4. So can you remind me what copy does again? So there are, remember, this is going to be a bit hard for you to remember at the beginning, so I need to insist a few times. When you have something that can be iterated, for example, W here is a slice of char or an array of char, okay? This can be iterated, okay? And there are 3 iterators. There is iter, itermat, and into iter, okay? Let me put them here like that so we can see that more clearly. Okay. So the first one will be this one. Into iter accepts T, consumes input. This one borrows T, preserves input, read only, and this one mutable borrow ampersand T, preserves input, write access. The problem is that this one, items are, let's call it, I don't know, P, I, okay? They are, so, how do I put it? Items are, they are the regular type, but this one, when it's iterating, the items are ampersand T. Each item is being borrowed. And this one, items are ampersand not T. So which means that if I'm iterating this that contains chars, when I'm iterating, the result here is an iterator. So every item is ampersand char. So in here, W is a slice over char, borrowed. Then iter returns this, and then like it's an iterator. Exactly, and then iter copied does star x, which converts the iterator into char by copy. That's what it does. So because we want to borrow it, and I cannot delete the original input, I cannot use into iter because I should not be deleting the original characters, neither I can at this position. Then its character will be borrowed. Then copy will make a copy And because of that, we'll remove the borrow. And then with the collect, we collect into the hash set. The clone works is also using the past. But instead of clone, is cloned. And it works exactly the same. The difference between copied and clone is that this one does x.clone. Okay. The difference is very subtle. In 99% of the cases, they both are going to do the same. Just that copied only works on types that are copy, while cloned works in all types that are copy, plus all types that are cloned yet they don't have copied, right? So cloned works in more cases than copied. So if copied works, cloned also works, and cloned works in types that copied doesn't work. Speed-wise, they are almost the same, copied being a bit faster. But cloned allows for some specific things. Usually, whenever I just want to make a copy, I just do copied instead of cloned. I don't know if Clippy is going to complain by using cloned. No, it doesn't. It doesn't complain because I have Clippy enabled. It doesn't complain. Anyway, they are mostly the same. So yeah, for strings you cannot use copied. You have to use cloned for strings, because strings cannot be copied because they have dynamic size. Therefore, they cannot be copied. That's here. It's bugging me, the selection. Okay. Without out of the way, if L equals to W size, return n, sum n, and in here for nothing, actually return just n, and let's use just special one, return just 0 for the case that there is nothing, and this is going to return a use size. Usually, I'm thinking that usually I was never doing this, so let's not need to do a return. So first signal char is this, and that will be m, and break, and that's done. Yes, past tense is for iterators, and yes, there is almost no reason to not to use cloned always. If you want to use cloned every single time here, even if you can use copied, I cannot blame you. I mean, mostly no difference. So if it simplifies your life, yeah, go for it. Go for it. Use cloned all the time instead of copied. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Okay. So now I can run it properly. First signal char is 1197. 1197. Ooh. I should check. What? It's 4. Does it send something in the binary assembly? Depends on which type you use. In some of the types, or majority of the types, will not change anything. In some types, might take an additional call, an additional function call, but the function call is not something that you should be worrying about. You say that it's 4. did I not read properly? They are using after character 5. Okay, they are using they start by 1. They start by 1. Okay, I should read and verify more carefully. 1198. Okay. Part 2. Your device communication system is correctly detecting packets, but it still isn't working. It looks like it also needs to look for messages. 14 distinct characters rather than 4. Yes. For part 2, I'm not going to bother creating a proper function. I'm this lazy. I am this lazy. I am this lazy. So how many characters? 14 distinct characters. 14. Part 2 sample data. And the sample data is the BBW, which is 23. BBW is 23. Okay, remove the sample input. This is 3120. 3120. And that's correct. Okay, done. Any complaints so far? That was fast, even including explanation. Okay. So, day 7. No space left on device. You can hear the birds chirping and raindrops hitting the leaves as the expedition proceeds. Occasionally, you can even hear much louder sounds in the distance. How big do the animals get out there anyway? The device the elves gave you has problems with more than just its communication system. You try to run a system update. System update, please, pretty please, with sugar on top. Error, no space left on device. Perhaps you can delete some files to make the space for the update. You browse around the file system to assess the situation to save the resulting terminal output, which is my puzzle input. For example, cd/, ls, cda, and so on. The file system consists of three of files. Yes, blah 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 blah. I want to copy this as my sample input before I move on. I want my files to end with a new line. I'm that crazy. Yes, I know. Next thing. File system consists of a tree of files, plain data, and directories which can contain other directories or files. The outermost directory is called slash, like in Linux or Unix. You can navigate around the file system moving into or out of directories and listing contents of the directory you are currently in. Within the terminal output, lines that begin with $$ are commands you executed. Very much like modern computers. Okay. And now the problem explains us how a computer in Unix works. cd means change directory. This changes the directory. Which directory is the current directory, but the specific result depends on the argument. cdx moves in one level. It looks in the current directory for the directory name x and makes it the current directory. cd ... moves out one level. It finds the directory that contains the current directory, then makes the directory the current directory. cd/ switches the current directory to the outermost directory slash. ls means list. It prints out all the files and directories immediately contained by the current directory. Wait a second. I need... you want Yummy. You want Yummy? Let's make that happen. Let's make that happen. Yummy, where are you when I need you? No, but I don't want that. I want that. I want to shuffle. Okay, I have a weird feeling that CD slash can appear more than once. And there's not in this sample, but in the puzzle input. For the love of God. Is this appears more than once? No. Ah, okay. Okay. I had a bad feeling about that. Okay. That's my input. So yes, ls means list. It prints out all the files and directories immediately contained by the current directory. 123 abc means the current directory contains a file named abc with size 123. Dir xyz means that the current directory contains a directory named xyz. Given the commands and output in the example above, you can determine that the file system looks visually like this. Okay. Alright, says for that, but one thing I haven't tried yet is just entering the same folder twice. I'm gonna try that right now, actually. Okay, I don't know. Okay, here for directories, slash outermost directory, A and D which are in a slash, and E which is in A, Yes, this is full. This step should be probably to find directories that are a good candidate for deletion. To do this, you need to determine the total size of each directory. The total size of a directory is the sum of the sizes of the files it contains, directly or indirectly. Directories themselves do not count as having an intrinsic size. The size of the directories can be found as follows, blah blah blah. To begin, find all directories with a total size of at most 100,000. Then calculate the sum of the total sizes. In the example above, these directories are A and E. The sum of the total sizes is 95437, which is that. And in this example, the process can count files more than once, which is what we hit the last time. Find all of the directories with a total size of at most. What is the sum? Okay. Okay, okay, okay. On to day 7. Part 1, sample input debug. Okay. Evargs debug contents. Okay, this we need at least to split it by lines. So I'm going to collect into a vector because I'm not going to care that much. A vector string, and that needs to be cloned. Why you hate me right now? This is an iterator. Yes, you are iterating an ampersand str. Just do clone. Here it is. Now what's your problem right now? Clone is not implemented for str. Oh, interesting. Is there here anything to own? No. No. Just map it. Okay. And we got this. Okay. So parsing this, we need to parse this. Lines is on a slice of string that will be reading only, and command is an enum that has change dir for the folder, list. How many commands there are? Oh, just two. There are just two. Okay. 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 Yes, you need derive debug clone copy. Oh yes, you have a string you cannot copy. Doesn't matter. Okay. And the list contains an output. Can I put here folder? No. No? Yes.
We make everyone clown. We show you how go down. That hamburger sound. The boys are back in town. We make everyone clown. We show you how go down. That hamburger sound. Fun blew up. Guess we did it. Go house. Cowboys have no limit. Grow cow now go rob a bank. Tractor stronger than a tank. Buns on fire. Yes we did it. Slavic cowboys have no limit. Grow cow now go rob a bank. Prepare tractor over tank.
The current command for Ellen lines. Yes, we. You know what? I want to consume it. Consume it. Starts with $.
Backing down, backing down, backing down, that boys are backing down, backing down, backing down.
Ba, 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 ba.
It's time to say goodbye to your friends and family.
And hello.
Let's put here one that is...
For the emperor, the holy divine emperor, a squat for the emperor protects us. A squats for the emperor, the holy undead emperor, a squat for the emperor.
Donald's just stand up like Marvel.
The rockets to Notre Dame, go to space, have some fun, kick some mushrooms.
Okay. So if it starts with dollar, then we need the command.
Makes sense. STC vodka blueprints, chainsaw to the neck. All Asinos gotta get. It's not a surroundings, farm hearts, machine.
First command L, and that should return a command. So cur equals parse command. That will be mutable. Function parse command is L string returns command, and now we do L split by space. Yes. And now collect into a vector. Let args equals that. Yes. Next. Match args 1. That should be a vec of string, please.
Donald's just stand up like Marvel.
What happened is
Or a vec of 1% str. I don't care that much, really. Match args 1, and now we can have either cd ls or something else. Panic. And this will be, since there will be folder is args, sorry, that's double quote. Yeah, that plays better than using full strings. Args to clone. No, to string. This will be a list, and this will be just a empty vector for now, and that returns me the command. Okay. Here I will need to store the new one into the vector. Let res equals vec. This is a vector of command, and this is res, and not the first. I should use option, but I'm lazy. Lazy like heck. The use option. If it is not first, then rest dot push the previous one before. Huh. You don't like that. You don't like that because it needs to be mutable. Next thing. That will give me the basic commands already. We failed to put the list output, but that's fine. That is fine. That is fine. Yeah. Change dir to slash, list output is empty, Yeah. What does LED stand for?
150 покемонов порассовываю по жопам, блять. Так, чтобы не гудело нахуй, блять. Кеймер-гопник,
It
нахуй.
is for you to read. So this comes from maths, where in maths we define the assumptions, and say let A be 3 and B be 4, and that's how in maths they define whatever they are going to be working later on. Then we bring this into other languages as the keyword let. But yeah, if you want to read more, I think the Wikipedia article is a good start. As usual, there is so much story going on that probably we have been lost in translation for so many years that it has become its own form in coding and no longer is trying to mimic anything. Okay. So Kur can be
Ну что, пацанчики, бля, водку пить, с собой не дружить.
a chance dir.
Вертолетики, хуеплетики.
Can I do this? No. I can just ignore it. Ah.
Залил слишком много в рот, башка потом как вертолет. Вот и силу понимает, скатер-пати и нахайн. Крепкий алька меня пьет, по шине бьет мой вертолет. Вот и силу понимает, скатер-пати и нахайн.
I'll put after
Скатер-пати и нахайн. Скатер-пати и нахайн. Залил
output push L.
крепкий алька меня.
Now you hate me with passion. What is this?
Залил слишком
Use of move value.
силу понимает.
Push L because I'm trying to push L.
Вот и силу понимает, скатер.
Come on. Ah.
Скатер-пати и нахайн.
The previous iteration of the loop. move occurs, Palu moved here. Yeah, I'm trying to borrow it completely. I'm trying to...
Detlef ist ein Gastarbeiter im Osteuropa. Der sitzt nur aufs Sofa und trinkt bis zum Koma. Detlef, der Landwirt, nach Osteuropa gegangen. Dort will er Spargelländer noch besser lernen.
Ah. Interesting. It's because of the loop, but... Yeah, match mature. Cannot borrow unmutable. So I'm trying to push into it.
Dass er spielt Klavier. Er hat gerne Fleisch, Käse und 12 Bier. Seine Eltern wollten, dass er spielt Klavier. Detlef ist ein Gastarbeiter im Osteuropa. Detlef ist ein Gastarbeiter im Osteuropa. Detlef ist ein Gastarbeiter im Osteuropa. Detlef. In Deutschland ist er ein durch die Nase Pisser. Im Osteuropa ist er ein Landesminister.
Ah, it moves anyway.
Ist seine Hauptbestimmung. Die Erntezeit ist seine Erfindung. Der kommt aus der Deutschen Bundesrepublik. Mit Alkohol ist er intensiv.
It's moved.
Mit Sonnenblumenkerne. Da sitzt er in seine abgeschissene Taverne. Er hat gerne
Actually, I don't want...
seine Eltern wollten, dass er spielt Klavier. Alltag kann er überhaupt nicht vertragen. Deshalb kriegt seine Leber ein Totalschaden. Detlef ist ein Gastarbeiter im Osteuropa. Detlef ist ein Gastarbeiter im
I don't want to move it.
Detlef ist ein Gastarbeiter im Osteuropa. Detlef, mach mich frag. Die Fleischkäse, mach
I don't want to move it, come on.
Detlef, mach mich frag. Detlef ist ein Alkoholiker.
Oh ja, Detlef. Gib mir das Boot.
There's no way to... Ah. We are getting into something. Okay, now when we do this, now it works. Okay, I thought I got here before, but I got confused. Yeah, now list contains the output. Okay. Attempt to add with overflow. Number too large? Yes. Number too large. Probably you are adding totals into totals or something like that. From here, what do we want? So I could parse that one line at a time. Do I really need the files? I think I don't need the files. Let's keep the files just in case. Let's just store all the information. So
Please send help. I am getting claustrophobic. Last TF2, the president was alcoholic. No light in the room, Ethernet cable. Please cable this door. Can you unlock?
we need. All I do is make look boxes, not the stuff we need. Door is locked.
Let's use F size for file size. Files is for each file name
Items unusual to
has a size.
me so much, but I
That's what it is to it. There is nothing else there.
nightmares, the snipers are spinning. Cozy cup default rifle, they are winning. You spend on marketplace worth of fat cash. Meanwhile, I'm working on localized cash.
Waste gamer. Waste
And I also can derive default
gamer.
to create empty ones. So I can do
Gay man, please stop. Stop. Gay man, please stop.
yes. Now here. Output is if L starts with dir. Actually no. First I'm going to split it.
You just posted cringe.
Attention all users. It appears
4.7 gigs. Wow.
for the post.
For a single day.
Really cool.
I think it's clear how broken it is. But getting exactly the same kind of brokenness is hard. So we got this. Collected it into a vector. Okay. And now if S0 is dir,
Cringe posters.
output folders, insert S1. To owned or to string if you like.
My boy.
Yes. If not,
Please, my boy.
Comrade, you just posted cringe.
output
Comrade, you just posted
files. This is the same key. And I hate having duplicated code, so let's put it here. Key. Key. And this is the. Let me check sample input. 0, 1. 1 is the key always. 0 is always the number. So let value is S0 parse, and this is a file size. Insert key, comma value. I mean, when then it counting 2 as 4 should have worked, no? Or is, no, that's not it. It's a bit more subtle. It's a bit more subtle. Unwrap. And now, yes, folders and files. Nice. So now, what do I want to parse that into when following the tree? In the end, that's how it defines the total size. So basically, struct folder, full path string, and the total size is a file size.
Кто кого не пиздил, тот тому.
File size, and now it will be folders as folders.
Косточки в подъезде, сука, наш клаб здесь. Семечки и песни, это наш клаб здесь. Девяточки любезный, ёб твой, наш клаб здесь.
That will give me
Это наш клаб здесь. Двинул, первый захуячил. Пасик, здесь, блядь, охуенный харбат. Мажоры, суки, бля, менты. Наехали обжоре, сука.
path name path no a pack of strings. So as I follow with the session, let's build the same thing.
Алло, кто слышит, блядь? Двинул, первый захуячил. Пасик, здесь, блядь, охуенный харбасеры. И всякие, блядь, мажоры. Суки, бля, менты. Наехали обжоре. Суки, блядь, пизды.
Короче, блядь, кого видишь, того ебашь. А если никого не видишь, ну тогда стыдно, блядь. Проще, блядь, ебашим всех. Ребята, пойдем поломаем детскую площадочку, блядь.
Косточки в подъезде, сука, наш клаб здесь. Семечки и песни, это наш клаб здесь. Девяточки любезный, ёб твой, наш клаб здесь. Мы гопники бессмертные, это наш клаб здесь. Двинул, первый захуячил. Пасик, здесь, блядь, охуенный харбасеры. И всякие, блядь, мажоры. Суки, блядь.
Mats in the
Ай, блядь, I didn't go to space.
we change the deer.
We have an intruder.
Actually,
He could be me. He could even be.
Crewmates and imposters, comrades and blood vessel spies. English like their assholes. In the vent they try to hide. Trouble in the town. In space least expected. Like a shitty cartridge boy, you might get ejected.
I think it's better if I have here.
He said he don't have a trust. Eject button pressed hard. We're not playing games. Сука, блядь, what?
In this case here, I want to take care here of the two different
Imposter remains, there he go. Imposter remains, there he go. Imposter remains, there he go. Sabotage, in order to get ready for some lies. We like Scout and TF to kill plenty of spies. Dima, you have no
there you go.
Дима, Иван, Сергей, блядь. I cast for Dima is us. He should get thrown off the bus. Eject button pressed hard. We're not playing games. Сука, блядь, what a shot. Imposter remains.
For change their up, we'll get very similar panic.
Imposter remains. There he go. Imposter remains. There he go. Okay, crew, we realize the spaceship now a pickle. I call this meeting before more of us get crippled. Green is super quiet and we all should have a demand to keep comrades safe.
Okay. If we do a change dir, it means that we push the current cursor.
There he go.
We create a new one,
Imposter remains. There
and it needs to be added to the previous one.
Imposter remains. There he go.
But I cannot add it to the previous one until I...
Imposter remains. There he go. Don't forget to like this song. I was the traitor all along.
So... I need a stack. So now we create a new folder. Implement folder, function new, name, string, there is always a parent. Parent is vec string. Which I, for sake of simplicity, let's just read it and let's deal with the problem here, because this returns self and we want to name iter I want to append it in the chain. Chain puts another iterator. Once. No? Once is commonly used to add a single value into a chain of other kinds of iteration. Yes, but iter once. Iter
5.54 squeezing through a tight door. This is not a pellet gun, but the spooky skeleton. 5.54. This boy here inside. Telegram. 5.5.
can do .default.
You stay mad, making all of your bones hurt. This won't AKS/740.
An iterator of yes, because I need to
Not coming for you. Not coming for you.
Not coming.
Yeah, the ones for me is new. This is very similar to getting this as a vector, pushing name into the vector, and put it in here. But basically just iterating it. It's just doing iteration to avoid having other code. Okay, so that is a new folder. So then we need to put the new folder. Name is folder. Parent is stack. Just read the stack. No? You don't like me? It's a stack of folders. It's a stack of folders, not a stack of... Ah, yes. This is a stack of folders. Ah. This is then just stack last the last of the stack has a full path. Yes, that is better. So we have the new subfolder created. Then actually that's not the stack, that's the current one. That's the current one. Now, because we want to do core equals subfolder, as we are going to move the cursor, we need first to save car. To save cursor, we do stack push cursor. And something is wrong here because I think that the full path will be never constructed. Or will it? So we contain that, the name.
Твоя хакса это говно, короче, опустился ты, пацан, блин. Скачал, iBot.
Not yet implemented, yeah, because...
Скачал, фрифраг. Пошел нахуй, блядь. Я читер.
Cursor full path.
Скачал ESP и поставил хаксу. Сейчас весь, сука, сервер полезет в пизду. Так, нахуй, блядь, как это случилось? Бакбенд, сука, блядь, до того опустилась.
Yes, there is a stack of folders here. That is wrong because there is no change dir app, it's not implemented. Yes.
Нахуй Бен обязательно было ставить, блядь. Ну, сука, где я играть сейчас буду, блядь? Заебись, блядь. Ставили мне...
Okay.
Вперед надо гнать.
That is fine. That is fine. Change dir app. when we move up, we need to get it from the stack. And cursor needs to be parent. But then yes. True. But now, as usual, cursor will be lost. That means that we need to do something with this cursor. We need to get on the parent and add subfolders push cursor before removing it. Parent is not mutable. Yes. And we store that. Now with the output of the files. The only thing is computing the file size. So for f whatever in output dot files.
Holy fuck, it's a side black duck.
Yes, string u64. Yes. Actually, values. We can just iterate over values. If you iterate over the values, that's one of the things on the hash map. That you can create an iterator over values or over keys. Over values, copied sum, and then let s as f size equals that sum. And now for total file size equals s. Okay. Did I build it? Okay. Now we need to emit the code for changedir up until there is nothing more to stack pop. So while let some mute parent for stack pop, you don't like that? Yes, pull, whatever. Maybe it's the parenthesis? Yes, it's the parenthesis, not needed. Okay. We are going to do exactly the same thing.
Monkey business.
Okay. We just debug cursor. Okay, we have the root folder with 0 size. Yes, this is expected. The full path, then /a/. AE slash D slash D with total size 0. This is not correct. So the way this is organized is correct. The something is wrong. Either I'm missing a command this stage is lost already. It's been moved before. Yeah, the last command is a change there, which means that parse console. This is the good thing of having a splitter, because now I know the responsibilities. This should have output a list command, but it did not. For some reason. Yes. It's because yes. It's because the remaining one needs to be pushed. Yes, the remaining one always needs to be pushed. Now that is correct. Okay. That's just the can of Coke. Coke Zero. Not sponsored, of course. That is correct, but now let's think. Because now I need to break this in a very bad manner. So I need to add before they get some energies tomorrow. Yeah, good. I need to add the totals. And oh yes, there's something that bugs me a lot. Because what happens if he comes and does this thing? If it does cd ... cda and ls again. It could create two folders A, which I don't want. Which I don't want that. Because I don't want that. I'm going to convert this into a hash map to enforce uniqueness. Want to enforce uniqueness just in case, because I'm very paranoid. I'm very paranoid right now. So when we push Kur has a name, which is the last name. So instead of that, you're going to do insert value is Kur. Key is Kur, full path, last unwrap.
Slavic music is that like psych? Ебашит нас, как первый класс. Из церчням свин палику ступшика.
Put a variable because one is too long and two, I might not remember what this does in a few minutes. Now we need to repeat, rinse and repeat here.
3, 2, 1. Vodka is fun. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, D is a folder with this full path. Yeah, so a slash contains the folder A and D, and A contains E. Now, the next thing that I want is that if I want to enter a subfolder of the cursor that does exist already, I want to pull it instead. Which is
Хуй тебе в глаз. My throat thirsty, my stomach empty. Party going
we
hard.
try to get
Something bad will happen, Shas.
folder is the name.
It look like we're out of kvass.
So bad name.
It
In the
look
subfolder, we retrieve the subfolder. If not, we create it in here. Oh! No. There is something wrong in here. So, yes, because this is a reference. Because I don't want to get it. I want to remove it. You try to remove it. Exactly. Because I want only one instance at a time to exist. So we will remove it, and when we hit cd dot, we will push it again. So it only exists always in one place. Gonna get some food. Okay, good. I might in 1 hour.
my throat thirsty, my stomach empty. Party going hard and by the door there is Menti. Something bad will happen, Shas. It look like we're out of kvass.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna rest a bit.
It look like we're out of kvass.
metālu. Ieplaisājas iPhone ekrans, sekas tam ir letāls. Saldais puika treniņ terpā, second hands un smagi flex. Dzīve ir kā beķerī, apkārt vieni traki keks. Cer pie kluba līdz paņem to, jo man dupa nav naudas. Ātreiz krietīs pitos, nemīš dusmas vienāk no tauts. Savu dzīvokļu pagalmā, lai atrubījies parkā. Es dzīvoju bloķē, neuzstādāju darbā.
Ну чё, народ, готовы на запиздёж, блядь? Короче, понеслась моча по трубу.
Надел свой противогаз, все люди смотрят на нас. Полоски в ритм бас, даст рока газ, маск. Шахеда making a fuss, всегда все смотрят на нас. Полоски в ритм бас, даст рока газ, маск. Противогаз. Противогаз, надел свой противогаз, все люди смотрят на нас. Полоски в ритм бас, даст рока газ, маск. Шахеда making a fuss, всегда все смотрят на нас. Полоски в ритм бас, даст
Okay, let's continue. So this thing is complex enough to be moved into a function.
противогаз.
So let's call this
Понеслась.
parse commands. That is fine. That is totally fine. So that will return core, and core is a folder. And now we pass args and pass session. Session is the commands.
Полоски в ритм бас, даст рока газ, маск. Противогаз. Противогаз, надел свой противогаз, все люди смотрят на нас. Полоски в ритм бас, даст рока газ, маск. Шахеда making a fuss, всегда все смотрят на нас. Полоски в ритм бас.
Let root
Против-
nodes.
Противогаз.
Root folder, whatever, is not the root folder, but this accepts args as well. And this is root folder. I can clone, I can okay. So this thing we have a fan total subfolders, self, returns a file size. Total with subfolders, which returns let total equals self total file size actually is this plus, let's do in one line, self subfolders values, and then for each value we call this function. That gives us a file size that we sum into file size and return. Bingo. Now what is asking for is like a way to iterate this, to create an iterator. Rust implementate iterator. There is some examples. Yeah, implement iterator 4. Yes. Iterator. Oh, but I cannot iterate that as easy, right? Or this folder. No, I cannot do that. I need a way. I need a struct or something to do this. So I need some sort of a stack. So maybe it's just wait. Instead of implementing an iterator, I'll comment this thing if I want to do it later. So that folder gets something. Root subfolders. So I want to call it for each one. I want to go through all of them. I want to visit them. I think that creating an iterator is going to be easier to understand later on, because yeah, this might be harder to code, but then makes my life easier. So in order to iterate this, for each call of next, we get the next one. So we get one. We return some Yes, this is the problem. Yes, this needs lifetime here.
Жесткий бас. Жесткий бас. Иногда я башу бас, иногда я пью пивас.
Correct.
Начинается хуйня. Где моя ушан? Чики-флики танк.
Now, how do we track the iteration of this? Because
Жесткий бас. Жесткий бас.
we first send root.
Начинается хуйня. Где моя ушан? Чики-флики танк. Вот Варяка в клубе зимой капотался в шубе.
Then, so that means a queue. I need a queue here.
Жесткий бас.
So we will do pop
Жесткий бас.
So if there is nothing, we return none, we have finished. If there is some folder, we are going to return some F, exactly the same, but before we are going to get F's folders into
Где моя ушан? Чики-флики танк. Вот Варяка в клубе зимой капотался в шубе.
into root. So
Жесткий бас.
such a bad name.
Жесткий бас.
Queue.
Иногда я
Let's
башу
add them into the queue.
пью пивас.
So the queue
Начинается хуйня. Где моя ушан? Чики-флики танк. Вот Варяка в клубе зимой капотался в шубе. Жесткий бас.
this is the for loop.
Мистер, I'm your sister. Сука, Пингер. Сука, Ping skill microwave. Here I am again, setting fire to spam folder. To the gulag with you, Pinger. I give you a cold shoulder. When the suka pings, I feel that
This is going to be lifetime hell.
drop hits. I add everyone.
Subfolders values.
Skill. Here's the deal.
Ah no. And that should iterate through all of them. And now we call an iter.
Ping skill.
We create a folder iterator where the queue contains a vec over self.
Ping skill.
Now that's going to be iterating.
Wait, the way I'm thinking. What is up with all
Now
this?
we do iterate
Stop
through
speaking.
them.
Lots of tricks, what oh nice.
So now
Hangover is calling me.
for
Just keep ringing. On my way to have a life. Байдвайзер что-то едет,
Folder in root folder. So hello, I'm creating an iterator for folders. So this piece of code here. This is going to be key for the brokenness that we want. So what this does is it's going to go through all the variants, so it's going to get in and out from all the subfolders without repeating any subfolder, and it's going to list them. Which allows me to do a for loop over something that theoretically is a tree structure, but basically flatten it. If I am correct, that yes, we get the root folder, it goes to //a/ae/d, and goes through all of them. Yes, I think so. And it goes through all of them. Good. Okay, and now from here, let total equals folder total with subfolders. Yes. Now what it's asking is, I want to add those of this list that is less than 100,000. So
From the angel's trumpets to your ears.
let's double check what is the condition. At most, so it's less or equal, yes. And 100,000. I'll put an underscore here to see it better. One. So cold. Yes, it's cold here as well. We didn't do much this week because it's been very cold, very windy, and it's harsh to be anywhere.
Время закругляться нахуй. Риму в Макдак, Риму в Макдак. Кола, фанта и хуяк, Риму в Макдак. Риму в Макдак, Риму в Макдак. Кола, фанта и хуяк, Риму в Макдак.
Eating less and dance more. Well, glad that you can dance because I suck at dancing. 95.
Блять.
437. 95 437. 95 437. Correct. Now.
Remove Macduck. Cola, Fanta и хуяк. Remove Macduck. Remove Macduck.
Did I mess up?
Cola, Fanta и хуяк. Remove Macduck.
Oh, that's the right answer. That's the right answer. Yeah. Okay. The key part on this, for me particularly, is being able to do iter over a tree. Iterating over a tree. So this is what is making the program look simple. So this thing, what allows us, is to do a for loop over a tree. This is a tree of folders. Yes, for iterators you need a lifetime. Yes, you need a lifetime for that. One of the few times that I will allow you to use lifetimes for doing iterators. So this is the magic. We call. Let me split because I'm moving left and right, and we are not seeing anything. So here we have root folder.iter, and this calls my iter. This is not a regular iter. This is my iter, and this iter returns a folder iterator. This folder iterator has a queue of the elements that we want to return. Okay, and the only element that we want to return is the element that we are iterating so far. Okay, because you start with one folder. So we do this iter here. This folder iterator, okay, as this has an implement iterator with a method next. This implement iterator for folder iterator is what allows me to put this in a for loop. And the for will be calling the next for each part of the loop to get the items one by one. Okay, so once this is in here, this method is being called. No, C++ does not have lifetimes. They are kind of implicit, but the language doesn't have lifetimes. You don't have to deal with lifetimes in C++. Although you might need to deal with them in another way of your program crashing because you are not respecting your lifetimes properly. You need to be careful about how much variables live in C++. So this is the difference. In Rust, you have to fight the compiler to accept your program so the lifetimes make sense to Rust. And in C++, everything makes sense to Rust. Sorry, everything makes sense to C++, but maybe it's not correct. And then if it is not correct, you may freeze something beforehand and do access to memory that is not initialized anymore or things like that. So this next is called for each iteration loop, and then basically what we do is we get one item from the queue, which will be the first item we got, and then we get, if there is one item, basically we will return this item. But before that, we will scan the subfolders and we'll put the subfolders into the queue. So basically it's a queue that as we are entering the subfolders, we are discovering more stuff. And as this stuff is being discovered, it's being added into the queue to be returned later. In this way, everything is visited once. And this cycle will continue until there are no more folders being discovered. When that happens, the queue will be empty, then none will be returned, and then when none is returned, the for loop ends. That's how it works. So basically this is flattening the tree. Hope that makes sense. Wow. Okay. Yes, flattening the tree. So, yes, but in a way that's more structured. in a way that's more structured. So you see that we are going over the list of folders one by one in a flat way. So in a for loop, this is going in and out without having any kind of recursive function or cursor or anything. Is going inside and outside and visiting all the options. This is also similar as if you use a hash map to store the key as the full thing. This is another option that you were considering, to store a hash map where the key is the full thing. Then the hash map will be flat. Then the problem becomes navigating that, because for that you need to store inside all the keys as well. But that works perfectly as well. That is a perfectly fine alternative. To have hash maps to store it in a flat way. The problem is that because you don't know where you're going, you don't know which approach you are going to like best. Now we know the part 2. So you are ready to choose a directory to delete. The total disk space available to the file system is okay. Need to put that somewhere. Yeah, tomorrow will be fun. Yes. Const total. This is what? Disk is a F size of 70 megs. Okay, there are 70 megs. To run the update, you need unused space.
Ну чё, ребосы, блядь, давай
Okay.
про калаша, нахуй. Сбацаем, да?
130 megs free. Total size of the outermost directory and thus the amount of user space is this 43. This means that the size of the unused space must currently be the difference, yeah, 21 megs, which, yeah, we need like 8 megs more, right? Still requires a directory with total size of at least this to be deleted before it can run. To achieve this, you have the following options. Delete different folders with different size. Directories E and A are both too small, deleting will not have freeable space. However, directories D and slash are both big enough. Yes, but you don't want to delete the slash, do you? Between those, choose the smallest, D, increasing the unused space by that. Find the smallest directory that, if deleted, will free up enough space in the file systems to run the update. Got you. Understood. I think I do have the tools to make this happen.
30 патрон зарядил свой АКМ. Сука, в онлайне заебосый фрагмент. Улыбаюсь, хоть, блядь, заплатил мой противогаз. В наушниках.
Okay. So total space.
АКМ.
Okay, let's copy.
АКМ, нет проблем.
I don't need that now. So use the space size is root folder dot total file size. No, total file size not total with subfolders.
Курить вредно, пить противно, а умирать здоровому стыдно нахуй.
Подождем, подмогнет.
I want no F size, no user space. I want the formatting in numbers because this is going to look ugly. This is going to look ugly. No, remove that. That I don't like. So
Всем кто тонет, кто под вот это понят, кто лох, тот нахуй ходит, кто лох, тот нахуй ходит. И вот тут
here,
все разводят.
how do I format numbers such that parameters format fill alignment sign precision organization scoping syntax No, thank you. Not going to do that. I'm going to add such a weird crate just for that. Okay, we'll use the raw numbers. We'll use the raw numbers. That's what it is. That's what it is. So now free space is total disk minus user space.
Ich frage, was ist das? Das ist Raff. Das ist halt was.
Next, let free or need a space. Neither the space is the desired free space minus free space. Okay, the thing is that this one, like this one, they can underflow into negative values. But I'm not going to care right now. I mean, one option will be just using i64, just in case. Normal case.
Laying these bars like a towel on the beach. Squatting at the gnomes, yeah, that is my kitsch. Gopnik German acting like a trabant in the streets. You know well that boy is with the cola in the sheets. Bitte Junge shush, and this remains between us. Where do you think I went to get these fresh new Adidas? Germans into Eastern Europe, or does this trouble you? You can spell Slav without...
Okay, needed the space, 83 megs, 83, blah blah blah, 65. 83, 65, yes. So we need to find of the folders. So we are going to iterate over the folders again. I'm computing. We want the folders that are bigger than the value that we need. So or equal needed space, then
чё, ребята? Время Рака-парк. We've been mad from the start. Kopnik skim to party, squatting actinati. Shit start fire from the start. Bitch get ready, Raka-park, we're dunking on them haters. Haters, see you later. Shit, they hate us cause they ate us. We are stomping living craters. Bitch get ready, Raka-park. Bitch get ready, Raka-park. Bitch get ready, Raka-park. Shit start fire from the start.
That will be a list of folders that we care about. And that should give me 2 folders, which is slash, the root folder, and D. And we need to get the minimum of those. I'm not going to use the full folder. That doesn't make much sense. Let's just use an identifier and the size.
Bitch, get ready, Raka-park.
So string plus file size, and then the key is full path. Jump by that, and the total is total. So and that will give me, yes, slash and the slash D. I know that this has an extra slash. It doesn't bother me. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. And then from those, I need to choose the smallest. The smallest folder is either sort or minimum by key. That will return 2 values. That's correct. Yes, 642. Yes. Okay, are we ready? The smallest folder that we can delete is this one. Is this correct? That's the right answer! Completed day 7. How long it took? Where is my clock? Where is my clock? Live for 2 hours 11 minutes. And I think the first one took 30 minutes. So this one took hour and a half to complete. And done. Way less. It took around 20 minutes or something like that. The part 1 was the hardest by far, like 20 minutes I think, maybe less. I think it was around 20 minutes. I mean, once you have the part 1 done, the part 2 is quite straightforward. Hey, hello, Wai-san. I was flying there, yeah. And I was not even rushing. This is my normal coding speed. My relaxed coding speed. Okay, I don't have anything else for this stream, to be fair, so I'm free for questions. I don't know. What are the chances you'll beat Deviant's day 7 tomorrow? I think the key part for you tomorrow is if you are able to have an iterator to flatten it, because here is the recursive function to do the totals. The recursive function to do the totals. And the iterator, this is the iterator here. This does the majority of the trick here. So this is pulling most of the work. This is pulling in the majority of the work here. With those two done, I think that you have the problem done. See, the magic happens in the iterator. Because you have this done. But for better or for worse, you have this done. The parse commands part, you have it done in a different way, but you have that part, you have it done. It's basically being able to flatten it. So I don't know. Yeah, I got which is the folder name. Well, I don't know. It is a hard problem. As I was telling you, Olhi, if I present this problem in an interview, 0 people are going to pass it. 0. Basically because there is so much work, there is so much struggle in it, that this is impossible for someone even trying to stress it and make it work to finish this in a 30-40 minutes interview. So this is not... This is not something that is particularly easy. It's quite a hard task, a bit daunting. As usual, what I'm saying, don't be fooled by how fast I can do it. Because of course I do code very fast, you know that. I do code very fast and I can get a lot of complexity done but very quickly. But yeah. And now with your permission, I'm going to peek into day 8. What is day 8? The top treehouse. I mean, I have a few minutes because I'm not having dinner yet, so let's have a look. The expedition comes across a peculiar patch of tall trees, all planted carefully in a grid. The elves explain that a previous expedition planted those trees as a reforestation effort. Now they are curious if this could be a good location for a treehouse. First, determine whether there is enough tree cover there to keep a treehouse hidden. January 8th for day 8. Oh wait, I have something in my calendar. I need to check. What is? Yeah, could be. That's Sunday. Yeah, that could be. That could work. To do this, you need to count the number of trees that are visible from outside of the grid when looking directly along a row or a column. Else have already launched a quadcopter to generate a map with the aid of each tree. Puzzle input, for example. Okay. So those are rows and columns, those are cells. This is a table, and this number represents a tree. Single digit with values ahead. Yeah, I will advise to start early because Lucia is getting very angry on me streaming here for so late. So it's better to start early because she is going to ask me to drop at my 10 p.m. which is your 11 p.m. or something like that. So please. There has been several days in a row, and she's getting a bit pissed off. A tree is visible if all other trees of the other trees between it and the edge of the grid are shorter than it. Only consider trees in the same row or column. It is only look up, down, left or right from any given tree. All of the trees around the edge. The description is pretty complicated, so I see more or less what it was to do. Enough tree cover. You need to count the number of trees that are visible from outside of the grid. So you want to look from left to right, and you will count 1 tree, 2 tree, no, 1 tree and 2 trees. Then you will count from here to the bottom, and you will count 1 tree and 2 trees. Okay. There are no trees to like in this example. Only leaves the interior 9 trees to consider. Top left 5. Yeah, I get that. It's 16 trees visible on the edge, and another 5 visible in the interior. A total of 21 trees are visible in this arrangement. So you want to compute which ones are visible, which ones are not. You want to create a heat map of 1 and 0s and then sum it. Can we get the puzzle input? Oh my god. Oh my god.
The Soviet sing. Greece right.
Yes. Doesn't seem a difficult problem, to be fair. It doesn't seem a difficult problem. Putting that in particular.
Greece right for life.
But yeah, this is big's fun, you know. Wow.
The Soviet sing.
Wow.
People constantly mock a Gopnik. There's photos of them squatting in random positions.
And the problems afterward. The problems afterward. Puzzle input. Oh, it's a map of instructions. Up, down, left, right, and the number. Are we moving? The end of the file?
There she is. The Soviet sing. It's the Soviet sing. The Soviet sing. Want to see something awesome?
Wow. And now we have to implement a virtual machine? What? We need to implement a virtual machine? We need to implement a virtual machine. Actually, this one looks simpler. This one looks simpler. But it's crazy to think that we're implementing kind of a parser for assembly. Ah, but this is quite simple. It's quite simple. Monkey in the middle.
Трехлинейкой косим.
Need to define the operations?
Заряжаю Мози.
What? What?
Трехлинейкой косим.
No, for the love of God.
Трехлинейкой косим. Заряжаю Мози.
Do we have to implement a calculator?
Трехлинейкой косим. Трехлинейкой косим.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. 11 is going to be hard. This, yeah, is getting more difficult by the moment. Wow. What is the leaderboard right now?
Заряжаю Мози.
No, those are the no. I want the stats.
Заряжаю Мози.
When there is a huge drop, you have to consider that they stop because they broke. People said, fuck it, this is too complicated. For example, day 7, you can see the one that we are doing now. So day 5 and day 6 are mostly the same people, the same amount of people, which means that day 6 was very easy compared to day 5. But from day 6 to day 7, there is a huge drop, meaning that day 7 is very hard. But then those that pass day 7 into day 8, since that find day 8 quite easy. But then into day 9, they find it very complicated. Is day 9 the rope bridge? Okay. And day 10, cathode ray. Yeah, exactly. Day 10, as I was expecting, day 10 is very easy. So a lot of people has done day 10. And day 11, the monkeys, it's more complicated. But yeah, not that many people was discouraged. And from here, it seems that the problems are getting more and more difficult. Here will be the last hit. Huh. Low rates. This is a graph problem. Yeah, this one is hard. And from here, it seems that the people that continued from day 16 onwards are the people that were determined to say, like, I want to do them all. Like, I'm not going to get discouraged, and they just keep pushing. That's why they don't go towards less. Those that have more stars, this means that people were looking for easier problems, and they found some problems to be easier. So, like, this problem should be easier than usual. I mean, I don't know what we need to do, but there is not so much instructions. There is not so much to do here. I guess it's probably fine. So yeah. I mean, you could say we have how many people? How many people? We only know the people that did at least one. What will be my schedule tomorrow? I certainly don't know. I certainly don't know. Usually I will be here in the evening, but how early? I will tell you as soon as I know. So the total amount that has participated, that has done at least the first problem, first star.
I am very fast, man, you will see it all, cause I have a dash cam.
And then, who did the day 7? Is 2131 plus 101, 642.
Video memories, no digital PlayStations. My family album contains crash compilations.
Yeah, times 100. So, no, times. Yeah, let's do that. I will join as soon as I can.
Export is video from Dashcam.
Yes. I will publish it as soon as I can. So yeah, seems that 41% of those that completed 1 has completed day 7. So we are already above the average of people that did the Advent of Code. 41% of the top 41%. This is good. This is good. Okay, the top 1 for those that have completed. Oh, sorry. I should be lower. Should be less because this is only 2 stars. 642. It's 40%, yeah. But if we count only 25 stars, only 4% of people has completed. You'll be part of the 41%. Yeah, I think so. You just need to keep pushing it. Come on. Give it a. You're just there. You're almost there. Give it an extra push. Yeah, and maybe I'll send you privately this code if you want to scan it or something. I'll give you this code in case you want to have a look. But yeah, this one is too much for you already. That is clear that you are getting past your boundaries here by a lot. So yeah, it's very challenging. It is very challenging for you. That's totally fair. Okay, that's all for today. I'm going to quit the stream. So let's move to the end of stream. So yeah, that has been all for today. We completed day 7. And yeah, let's continue tomorrow with the channel from Olhi. Okay. Good night to you, Olhi. Bye.